Okay, it's Wednesday, it's video time, and we are going to show you in this video how you can go from this to this. Before we get started, don't forget, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to turn on your subscriptions. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. And any questions, please leave in the comment section down below. Now, as you can see, I've got the back of the dashboard here in front of me. It's kind of broken in places because we've got a few holes where we shouldn't have holes. And it kind of wobbles here, which it shouldn't do. So, how are we going to fix this, and can we fix it? That's the other question you need to ask, and the answer to that one is yes. And in order to fix it, what we need is this stuff. It is called Supafix. There is another product on the market which is more expensive than this, and I do believe you can get this. Oh, I got this one from Halfords. So I got this from Halfords. So it comes, you've got two colours, grey and black. We're going to use the black so you can see what's going on, and I've already done a bit here, so I shall show you. As you can see inside there, look, inside there, well, that nice black bit, that is basically what we are using today, and it has held this bit on quite nicely at the moment, although there needs to be more work done to it. So what else do we need? Well, we need a pair of gloves. This stuff, which is this stuff here, it's the actual ultra strength adhesive, is incredibly nasty stuff, and you get this on your hands, you know about it. So a pair of gloves are a must, and the stronger, the thicker, the better. And that's for when you're using, obviously, that stuff. So gloves, obviously we need our Supafix, some normal super glue just in case, because that does actually help in some aspects. We also require a multi-tool because we're going to be doing some grooving, that's what we are. A selection of multi-tool bits, mainly the ball grinder there, because we need to do some channeling. That's the word I'm looking for, channeling, don't go away you. Some blue tack, yes, now you're wondering, aren't you? Clear plastic sheet. Some tape, a pair of scissors, and of course we can't start without the coffee. Always got to have coffee, always got to have coffee. Okay, so what's our first port of action? Well, our first port of action is actually to put on our gloves, which obviously you need the scissors for, to undo the packet so you can put on some gloves. And try to open the packet without actually cutting through the gloves is usually a great help. Now I'm at this particular point in the time, as I put these gloves on, Theo is probably getting very excited. There we go, calm down Theo, it's only a pair of gloves. And then we, oh, can't even get my hand in there. Put on the other glove. Now, also, how do you like my new little setup with the overhead camera? Please let me know. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this. So where are we going to start? Well, I'm going to start with this little bit here because it's all floppy and horrible and not actually in the right place. So how am I going to do this? Well, I'm going to get my lovely little power tool. Now, I must warn you, if you have a phobia with a dentist, this is going to sound a bit like going to the dentist. So if you do, I apologise, and I will do my best to limit the noise, because it is going to get rather noisy in some aspects. Now, first thing we need to do is rough this area up, and we need to put a channel. So we actually need to groove inside here. So, if we move that way around so you can see, I'm going to start here. get rid of that. One thing I did forget to say is make sure you've got a surface to work on, because again, as I said, this stuff is very lethal and will actually ruin whatever it is you're working on. So if you don't, make sure it's something you don't particularly want. Now, as you can see, that's kind of floppy there, yeah? So this is where our blue tack comes in. So what you need to do is get your blue tack, and then you're going to use this just, if you can see that there. So basically I've put it in the corner there, and it's just going to hold that in place. In fact, it could do with being a bit higher, so that what it's doing is it's going to actually put that so it bends in a bit more. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to do this bit first, and then I'm going to attach that bit there later. But in the meantime, I'm going to get some more blue tack, and I'm going to put it inside there, he says, hopefully. So we can actually stick the rest. I've got quite a lot of blue tack. There we go. So that it actually stays in place, which is where I want it to stay. Now, the first thing we do is we get, I'm going to use the black powder so you can see what's going on. Pull you up out of the way. So we're going to put some black powder. Now this stuff you have to shake every now and again. Now the reason why I've ground to the sides as well is because I want to cover all this area here with this black powder. There we go, like so. And this does actually cure quite quickly. Gonna shake. There we go. That's looking good. Now don't worry about any holes, because we'll fill those in a minute. So there we go, nice dusting of powder. Now once we've got the powder in place, it's the hardener's time, or the adhesive rather. And what you're going to do is you're just going to drop this in, so it just drops in place. There we go. And that looks like it's got everywhere. Now what you can do, if you want to, when you've got the liquid on there, you can actually put more of this stuff on the top while it's still wet, and it will dry and harden in the same way. And then what you got to do is just basically leave it for a little while until it sets. Now I've got a modelling tool here, and I'm going to, as you can see, that has already dried. Yeah, so that's pretty much dried. And if I pull it off here, pull it off, it no longer moves. It's now solid in place. Okay, we've got a bit more to do here in order to get it in place, but as you can see, it's already started to cure and reinforce this bit. Now if you want to, you can go on to the other side and reinforce it on the other side as well, which I'll probably do as well. Now obviously I'm not overly fussed about it meeting properly in the middle, because it will still work, and it's only going to be a temporary dashboard. But obviously you can, if you want to, make it a lot more what do you call it, professional. Now you can use this for repairing fairings as well. It's very good for repairing fairings. It works in the same process So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do a trench this side. And do the same process again on this side to reinforce the plastic. Oh God, as you can see, it's not the greatest of things to come out. And make sure it's covered quite nicely. I mean, this is likely to be a reasonably long video. I will speed it up where I can so you can see. There we go. And then what you'll find is after a while, that's hard. So instantaneously cures. And then that is now more stable than what it was before. And of course, there is still more to do because I've got around there to do any as well. But what do you do when you've got a hole? Because obviously you don't want a hole in your dashboard, okay? But then also you could say it could be this could be a piece of your fairing. You don't want a hole in your fairing, and you want to actually do something about it. So obviously the first thing we need to do is we need to get our power tool and give it a bit of a rough up. Right, so that's that now roughed up. So what we probably want to do is grab a gunk full of blue tack, get it all moulded. So what I want to do is I want to put this inside here, like so. There we go. Mold it in there. Obviously I've got my clay tool as well, which I can use. That's, as you can see, it's very fiddly work. Right, so there's my starting point. So that's my mould as such. Now obviously if you're doing this on a fairing, then you can use fiberglass or plastic body filler afterwards to shape it how you want. But I'm just going to use this at the moment. I just want to cover this area here so that I can put this plastic stuff, so I can put this powder in and hold it in place while it cures to form the bits that's missing. I'm going to also take some of this stuff so I can smooth it out. And then what you have to do later will be to pull the blue tack out. Okay. If you're any good with model making, you'll be fine with this. And it's obviously do it in sections so that it builds up nicely. So we're going to get our black powder again, and we're just going to fill up here with our black powder. And there you go. As you can see, it's starting to take shape. It's starting to fill this gap. I'm going to recess this end here. So what I'm going to do is start from here and work my way backwards, because I want to fill all this area up as much as I can with the powder to replace this hole that is in the dashboard. And there we go. We have our hole almost covered. Okay, there was one thing I did forget to say, and that was make sure you're working in a well ventilated room, because this stuff is quite toxic, and I had to take a break because it was really starting to get to my head. I forgot to mention that as well. Now, although this is only a temporary dashboard, and that's all I need the fix for, I've done basically what I've done what I want to do to it. I didn't want to do more. I just wanted to use this as an opportunity to show you this stuff and how it works. As you can see, look, so it's in there quite nicely. And if I put it back in the case like so, you will see that it fits in there quite nicely. So it's repaired it to the point to what I'm happy with. Because as I say, it's only a temporary dashboard. If this was meant to be a long-term dashboard or a longer-term dashboard, then obviously I would do some more work to it, and I would actually have it a little bit more better than what you can see here at the moment. But obviously, if you're using this on a fairing, then obviously you can sand this down, and then you can cover this over with body filler and that to obviously give you a much smoother and a much nicer finish. I went online while I was having a break just to check. This stuff is £9 from Halfords. I've got to say I'm very happy with it. I really am. Fortunately, for some reason, the reviews on there aren't very good. But as you can see, that's pretty much sorted out what I need to sort out, and it's fixed. It's not going nowhere. It's there. It's not breaking, and it's well and truly fixed. So what people's problems with it, I don't know. So now I'm in a position, what I can do is I can rebuild this dashboard, and then I can get the temporary wiring harness onto Scarlett, and obviously get this dashboard on for the time being. That way then I can actually run through the lights and do a full diagnosis and get all the information I need in order to build the Mark II LED dashboard and get rid of the PCB, so that you will have full instructions, and if your PCB happens to fail, to replace it. So there we go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. As I say, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave any comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit your subscribe and your notification button. And I will catch you at the next time when I've come down from my toxic high at the moment. So it's goodbye from me, goodbye from the dashboard, and arrivederci from my new setup. Cheerio.